Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reflections of a Former Practicing Sangoma. And today I wanted us to revisit the very popular topic of monitoring spirits. And the reason why I want us to talk about monitoring spirits is that um, it's very popular on the streets of YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Everybody's talking about monitoring spirits, but the representation of monitoring spirits is not accurate. So, monitoring spirits are presented to be this scary thing. Always the thumbnails are indicating them to have red eyes, to have horns, to have skin that is red, evil looking eyes, just scary and threatening. And I'm here to dispel that myth, right? Monitoring spirits are not scary at all. It actually defeats the purpose of a monitoring spirit if a monitoring spirit appears to be threatening to the subject. Okay? So the subject would be you in this particular instance. You need to think of a monitoring spirit as a research student. The whole purpose of a monitoring spirit and the intention of dispatching a monitoring spirit, either by demons, either by a sangoma, by a prophet, or even a witch or a person who's just trying to gather information, is exactly that. The person needs to gather information about you, to study you, to understand how you think, to understand how you operate, to understand what appeals to you, to understand what makes you angry, to understand how you think. Why? So that they can devise a plan to attack you systematically, right? So that's the purpose of a monitoring spirit. A monitoring spirit will always keep a safe distance from you and will appear non threatening so that you do not pay attention to it, so that it is able to record you, okay, to gather information about what you move, how you move, where you go, what you do. A monitoring spirit will usually move around with you as well. So, therefore, it cannot be scary. It can't be scary, because if it is scary, you're going to take notice of it immediately, and therefore it will not be able to do what it is actually designed to do. Why would a monitoring spirit be following you around? And why is it supposed to be discreet? The reason is that the devil is not stupid. I think a lot of us make the mistake of assuming that Satan is stupid, or that Satan is not systematic, or that Satan is just one dimensional. Satan is a multi-dimensional being or a creature. The Bible describes him to be a person who understood, or an angel that understood the character or the nature of God. Therefore, you need to understand that if Satan is launching an attack on you, he wants to be effective. How will he become effective? Is for him to study his material. Think of it as an MBA student. An MBA student who has a subject matter will analyze the subject matter from every angle possible. They will research, they will read every single material available to them on the subject material before they present their thesis. The same is applicable. The same applies here to the devil. The devil will capture each and every information about you, about how you move, about what you think, about what you like, about what appeals to you, so that he can formulate a systematic approach to destroying you. So Lucifer is not stupid. Therefore, the way he attacks you is not going to be overt. It's not going to be direct most of the time. He is going to use weapons against you that will be working specifically for you. So the way he attacks me will not necessarily be the way that he attacks you. That's the thing that you need to understand about monitoring spirits. And that is the purpose and the intention of monitoring spirits. Monitoring spirits are non-threatening. If you are a person who's spiritually awake, you may feel like there's a presence. You may feel like that something is watching you, but you may not necessarily know what it is. So I'm going to point out a few things that you need to be looking out for. Um, so that you can identify if there is a monitoring spirit that's following you or not. Okay. So a monitoring spirit may present itself as a fly on the wall. It will not be that fly that is buzzing in your face, that is bothering you, that is in your ear, that is flying towards your food. That's not a monitoring spirit. That fly is a normal fly. It's doing what a fly is supposed to do. The fly that you need to be concerned about is the fly that's on the wall quietly, not flying around, not doing anything, but it's literally standing in one position. And every time you look up, be it morning, be it night, be it when you come out of the bathroom, whatever the case may be, there's a fly on the wall, but this fly doesn't move. It just stays there. That's the thing that you need to be concerned about. It may present itself as a bird, a beautiful bird. And the thing about birds is they're captivating, right? And you are not going to really take notice of a bird because the birds will usually keep a very safe following distance, and it will be a beautiful looking bird. It will not be the normal brown bird. So it will either be bright blue, or it will have bright colors, or it will be black and white, but the bird will usually be perched somewhere around you. And everywhere you go, you will see this bird, or you will hear the bird. If you become familiar to the sound of the bird, you will always be hearing this bird no matter where you are. That is a monitoring spirit. And a lot of young sangomas like to use birds. And I'll tell you why. The birds are able to capture sound through the movement of the air because the birds are air spirits. So if they are close enough, they can be close but far away from you, and they'll still be able to record you because they're able to capture movement and they're able to capture sound through the movement of the air. So a lot of young sangomas prefer to use birds. I use birds myself. So birds are a preference for a lot of young sangomas. The old sangomas will use a cat, right? So you would have probably heard of either your mother or your grandmother will tell you the story about a cat that would be lurking around in the yard. Every day at 7 o'clock, you hear the sound of the cat, meow, meow, meow. So that is a preference. A cat is a monitoring spirit. And it is the preference of old sangomas. Old sangomas prefer to use a cat, but young sangomas prefer to use a bird, right? And you will notice that the bird will be an unusually beautiful bird. It will not be alarming. In fact, you may be captivated by it. In fact, you may like the bird. You may even think that it's a guardian angel. It's not. It's a monitoring spirit. It may also appear, like I said, in the form of a cat. The other form that is very popular is lizards or geckos, right? Lizards are territorial, guys, right? So if there's a lot of lizards in your yard, there's a problem. If there's like one or two, it's probably a normal lizard. But if there's like, you're seeing lizards everywhere you go, it's monitoring spirits, right? So lizards are territorial. Therefore, they don't live together in large congregations. They live in small congregations. So if there's a large number of lizards around you, monitoring spirits, right? So I want you to be observant. As I was saying, you need to be careful about your surroundings. You need to be vigilant about what's going on around you. Monitoring spirits are not threatening, but they are dangerous in that they capture your information so that your information can be used against you. Think about it. It would be more effective for the devil to attack you effectively if he knows how to attack you. So if you're a person who has a propensity to listen to gangster rap, he understands that he needs to appeal to you in that way. If you're a person that likes to watch romantic movies and the movies always lead to some kind of romantic interaction between the individuals, right? He understands that, okay, I need to attack you in this way, He may start introducing pornography to you. If you're a person who is overly concerned about the way they look, he will start attacking you in that way, right? He will subtly introduce that form of idolatry to you. So the devil is gathering information about you so that he can use it against you. And it may not necessarily be a direct attack. So it may not necessarily be that they're sending Itokoloshi to come and sleep with you in the middle of the night, or that they are sending out a spell that will destroy you. It may also be in subtle manners to introduce idolatry to you so that you are overly concerned about the way you look, so that you are overly concerned about music, so that you are now introduced to pornography, so that it makes it okay for you to watch pornography. Do you understand? So the devil is not always directly attacking you, in a manner that you would recognize that he's attacking you. And that's the purpose of a monitoring spirit, so that it can use your information against you to destroy you. So you need to be paying proper and careful attention to your surroundings, especially at home, especially at work. You need to be paying attention to your surroundings. He may even introduce money. People securing the bag. This is the term that everybody has now coined. And securing the bag almost means do anything and everything possible to make sure that there is money in your bag, even if it means being in a relationship with a married man, knowing fully well that this man is married, as long as you're securing the bag. What do you think that is? That is perversion. That is preoccupation with money. Even the Bible says that you can't serve God and money, right? Goes further to say that the love of money is what? The root of all evil. So the devil is not always overt in him attacking you. It's not always very obvious that this is a demonic attack. Some demonic attacks are very subtle. Some demonic attacks may even present themselves to you in the love of food. You're always constantly preoccupied about what you're going to consume. Some is alcohol. Because you like going out and you like socializing, then you drink one or two, but now all of a sudden you are not able to go a weekend without drinking. You're not able to go a weekend without partying. Why? Sometimes the perversion is not necessarily overt. It can be very subtle. The devil doesn't always attack you overtly. He can attack you in subtle manners as well. So you need to be paying constant attention to what it is that is constantly occupying your mind, what it is that you are constantly concentrating on, what it is that takes up most of your time, because these things are the very things that the devil will use to fight against you, to destroy you. And this is the same information that the monitoring spirits are gathering against you. So guys, be vigilant. And like I said, the purpose and the intention of this particular message is that monitoring spirits are not threatening. Okay, so don't be walking around expecting to see a crazy looking bird or a bird of prey, or something that would be obvious. Most of the time it's very, very subtle. Okay, so please just be paying attention to your surroundings. And thank you very much for the support. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment. And yeah, I'm going to be trying to do a lot of these types of messages so that you can become aware of your surroundings, because I think the messaging that is being sent to people in general is that Satan is overt in the way that he attacks you. He's public about the way he attacks you, and I'm here to say to you that no, Satan is smart, he's intelligent, he's systematic. This guy was a leader of leaders. Therefore, he understands relationships. He understands how to relate to people. He therefore is not going to be attacking you in a manner that you would expect him to attack you in. Because I think the church and people in general expect the devil to always be attacking you with a fork appearing with red skin and horns on his face. No, he's not doing that. He's smart and he's intelligent.